This conference will now be recorded.
Now we're ready.
Okay, I call this meeting to order. This is Mary. And I go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Gail Hendrickson, Community Development Director.
Diane Hines, committee member.
I think we have a couple more people. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Bobby. I am the tribal council member for the Chinook Nation. Hold on, sorry. We're too close. I gotta move. Okay.
And I'm sorry, tell me your name again.
Devin had to move.
Okay. And who is this?
This is Donna Bing, Chinook Indian Nation Cultural Committee.
Yes, welcome. Anybody else?
Julia
I
Decker,
apologize.
Clatsop County.
Thank you, Julia. I apologize. I cannot be on the computer. I'm coming in through the phone, so I can't see you all, but hopefully we got everybody on the introductions. And is there anybody else that needs to chime in? Okay.
Did you chime in, Devin?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead to the overview of GoToMeeting by staff.
Okay, so this is Gail, and I don't know how familiar everyone is with GoToMeeting or the Zoom platform we use at the county. We're using GoToMeeting. We've gotten fairly familiar with it over the past couple of months, but just to kind of give you an overview. So first, the most important thing is when you're not speaking, it helps on the feedback side if you can mute yourself, put yourself on mute if at all possible, unless you're speaking. One of the drawbacks of the program, unlike Zoom, is that there is no feature where you can hit a button and say virtually raise your hand. So if you have a camera, sometimes it helps if you wave at the screen to get the chair's attention if she's available or can see you. Otherwise, I'll try to make a note of who wants to speak, and so that everybody can get their chance. There should be, depending on how your screen is set up, along the top ribbon, you'll see a little pull down button that says View Everyone or View. If you click on that, it gives you some options. You can see everybody who's in the meeting, or you can see just the person who's talking, or you can see people who have active cameras, or you can hide everyone if you really don't want to see them. And now I've hidden everyone, and now I don't know how to get you back. Okay, so we'll move on from there. So those are the important things. There's a chat button on your screen. Looks like a little speech bubble. You can click on that and type in a message as well to get our attention if you need to talk to us. And I think those are the big items. Does anyone have any questions? Nope. Okay, so then looking at that, we're really looking at using this GoToMeeting platform for the foreseeable future. Obviously, the pandemic is still there. The virus is still out there. As far as we know, we have no vaccines. So we are being very cautious here at the county about making sure that we don't put anybody in harm's way or put ourselves or our staffs in harm's way. So that's really what we're looking at. So we're doing a test meeting with all the different citizen advisory committee meetings to basically just check in with people, see where they're at in their lives, see, if they're ready to move forward with the process and pick it back up again. We know that everybody's been under a lot of stress and confusion and disorientation over the past 3 months, which is probably an understatement in some respects. But that's really what we want to accomplish today, is just kind of check in and see if you're ready to move forward, and if you are, how we want to do that. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Any questions about using GoToMeeting?
No, seems to be working.
Okay, moving on, again from staff, update on schedule.
Okay, so we had planned back in December to take about 3 months off, and January, February, and March of this year, so that staff had a chance to go back and work on drafts of goals 1 through 4, which is what our committees have been discussing over the past 6 months. So we were ready to restart everything back up again in April, and March 16th came. The county adopted an emergency declaration. March 18th came. Pretty much all the staff went home to work from home, and pretty much everything shut down at that point. So as we move forward, we're obviously now a few months behind in our original schedule. So we put together a revised schedule that would hopefully get us through the entire process in December of 2022. So again, we're a few months behind, as is everybody in the world right now. So what we're looking at in terms of changes to help facilitate the process and keep it on track, one thing that we would like to do as staff is we got a lot of feedback from committee members that we were probably giving too much information, and a lot of them were getting overwhelmed. So what we're going to do as staff is, in our background reports, we're just going to synthesize and summarize that information for you, put it in your document so you're reading maybe 10 pages instead of being faced with hundreds of pages, but still give you the links to all the primary sources, so that if you're really curious or you're up late one night with nothing better to do, you have that opportunity to go look at the primary source material yourselves. As I stated, we're going to continue to work with the GoToMeetings. We're looking at different platforms to figure out how we can hold virtual open houses for the public and get public input on documents that we're going to put out. If you've had a chance to see your email, maybe in the past 20 minutes, half an hour, I sent out some comments from the Department of Land Conservation and Development that we've gotten back on our rewrites of goals 1 and 3. And we're posting them on the website right now, but again, we're trying to find a better platform where it's a little bit more user-friendly and gives the public the opportunity to actually post comments directly through a particular type of program or software or something like that. The other thing that we worked on during the time that we've been in captivity, Ian Sisson, who's one of our planners, put together the story map that's on the county's website, and I'll email a link to that out to you. But it's basically kind of summarizing our process. And let's see, I don't think you're seeing that. Hold on one second here. Let me share my screen. Okay, so yeah, so this is the story map that Ian put together. Talks about what is a comprehensive plan, why do we have it, and then it takes us up through goal 5 right now, and we'll continually add to that as we move forward through the different goals. But at each area we'll talk about, each goal will explain what it is, and then there's a questionnaire, a little survey that you can take at the end of it for some input. And we've been advertising it, and we've had it out there for a couple of weeks, but we're not getting a lot of feedback. So again, if you can help us promote this, and I will send you that link to the site as well. And I think those are the major highlights of what we've done. Does anybody have any questions?
Not me.
Well, Gail, this is Mary, and I want to say thank you for all the work that you've done. It sounds like you've really thought about this, and I'm excited to move forward. I did have one question, and that was, you said you sent a report on goals 1 through 4. Forgive me if you've already said this, but can we access that to see what was said?
Yeah, so I literally just sent the email maybe 20 minutes ago. And
Okay.
Yeah, I
so,
just got.
yeah, and that'll have the comments from the state on goals 1 and 3. We've not gotten their comments back yet on goals 2 and 4. And then I've posted a link that should become live later this afternoon on the county's website, so everybody will be able to see those 2 goals that we've gotten back from the state.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I have to say, I need to thank staff, because not only did Ian do a lot of work on this, but Julia and Tori have been, Victoria Sage, one of our other planners, they've put in a lot of work in reviewing and rewriting. And so it's truly been a group effort.
So please convey our thanks to them as well.
Right.
I will. Thank you.
So if there's nothing else, let's move on to the next agenda item, which is establish regular meeting date and time. And so open to comments now, opinions, recommendations.
Well, this is our regular meeting time, right? This has worked and continues to work, I think, for me at least.
Thank you, Diane. Yes, it is. It's Thursday. I don't have a calendar in front of me. Second Tuesday or Thursday, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, second Thursday.
Yeah.
And I believe that we're meeting here at 2 o'clock, but I thought in the past we met at 4. What is your opinion on meeting either at 2 or 4? I mean, which would you prefer?
Haven't we always met at 2? What am I missing?
Yeah, it has been 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in my mind it was 4, so. So much. Okay, 2 o'clock, second Tuesday. Is that in agreement with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
hearing no. Okay, anybody else?
Are we meeting on July 9th then?
Yes, I believe that's July 9th. Let me check the calendar. Yes, July 9th at 2 p.m. And I will send an agenda out. What we're going to do, also going back to cover the scheduling and things, really focus on those worksheets. I'll send them out to you again with some instructions about looking at the goals we have in place, whether they still apply, whether they should be removed, or if they need to be updated, and if they need to be updated, how. And then the other thing to really focus on is if you've identified a concern or something in your head that needs to be addressed through the comp plan, not only identify the concern, but address what you would see as the corresponding policy to address that. And I think that'll help keep us more focused and keep us moving forward as well. But I'll put all this in the agenda materials that'll go out to you probably in the next week or so.
Okay, so my understanding is then we will meet the second Thursday of the month at 2 p.m. For the time being using GoToMeeting or Zoom. Am I correct?
That's correct. It'll be GoToMeeting.
Wonderful. Okay. Any other comments on our meeting time and date? Okay, I'd like to open the meeting to public comment and input. Anybody? Okay, well, this is going to be short and sweet. Any closing comments or from the CAC meeting or CAC members? Well, I guess I have one, and that is I'm looking forward to moving forward on this. And I'm looking forward to reading the reports and seeing what's happened so far. If there are no other comments, I'm going to pause here for a minute and give everybody a chance if they want to chime in.
What was the status for goals 2 and 4?
All right, so goals 2 and 4 are still being reviewed by the state, the Department of Land Conservation and Development. Lisa Phipps is reviewing goal 2, and she's our local representative for the department. And then goal 4 is being reviewed by the staffers who focus primarily on the forest lands. And I don't know which ones those are.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, well, hearing nothing else, I will go ahead and adjourn this meeting.
Okay, nice to hear your voice.
It's good to hear your voices.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Talk to you all next month.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
have
you.
a good afternoon.
Bye.
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 Bye.